Wir reagieren jetzt mal auf Top 5 Nascar Crashes of the 2019 Season von dem Kanal Jake Baskinger. Schaut auch gern da mal vorbei, wenn ihr Bock habt auf mehr Nascar-Action. Ist jetzt ein Jahr alt, 24.12. Premiere am 24.12.2019, genau, ist über ein Jahr alt. Schauen wir mal die Top 5 oder Top 50. Geht eine Viertelstunde. Ich bin gespannt, was da für Crashes sind. Oder was am Ende für Crashes sind. Ich weiß, Nascar kann echt krass abgehen. Und ich will nicht so viel quatschen. Ich esse nebenbei. Lasst euch nicht stören. Ready to go, baby. Come on. Yeah.
Priest makes the cut. Yikes.
I think he had his eyes on the 12 of Blaney trying to clear him.
Tyler Reddick, Justin Allgaier.
See right here, going to go right into the...
Tries to avoid him the last
Bam!
second. Haley was on pit road as well.
See right here. Oh!
Oh, krass.
You didn't even know Blaney was in it. He just goes absolutely straight up the racetrack.
Maybe. Oh man, they
made
touched.
Oh, krass, wenn sie so schräg stellt, ne? Bam! Und da vorne hat das Ding noch gefangen. Da vorne hat es noch gefangen. Crazy shit, ey.
Gosh, he was lucky right there. Oh.
Boy, real close there. And he kind of got himself in a situation where, as
The 34 McDowell along for the ride. There he is. Yeah, so I think Stenhouse was the first one in the fence with all his cars.
Wie viel PS haben die Karren überhaupt? Weiß das einer von euch?
Yeah, Kurt Busch squeezing the 17 into the wall, and look at here, maybe the 17.
Geil, die Mühlen, die sehen schon geil aus. Aber wenn man das sieht, ne, wie leicht die rutschen, ja, okay, die haben Vollslicks, ne?
Almost flips the 34 car.
And it all began. Look at Burton in the 18. He gets away unscathed, as does the
Ja, fährst du quer, siehst du mehr.
of Johnny Sauter, and the 17 of Ankrum just a bit
schade.
clicked there in the
Bam,
maybe
noch
a
erwischt.
little heavier than we thought in the left front, but
The inner loop, out of the inner loop, into the carousel. What is he gonna do? He gives him a little bit of buffer.
Das sind halt noch richtige V8-Motoren, ne?
Hey, send him into the tire barrier right there.
Weiter geht's.
From earlier.
Top of the screen, you see the yellow truck on the right. Started to.
Ja, da wollte er mal schnell Bier holen, da hat er noch was vergessen. Da wollte er mal schnell in der Boxgasse ein Bier holen.
Oh, look at that damage. And then just nowhere for Chris Fontaine and that blue and yellow 47 truck to go.
Das ist schon krass, ne? Aber die Stockcars, die Nascars sind ja so krass mit überall Käfig und Zelle und allem drum und dran. Das ist halt echt, ne, wie leicht so ein Auto rutscht, wenn man das sieht. Kurz hinten angedockt, bam. Sofort die Kontrolle verloren. Oh, orange, ich hab das orangene Auto gesehen. Das muss gewinnen.
So keep an eye on that.
Ich hoffe, es kommen bald mal ein paar spektakuläre Crashes.
Trying to get out of the way, loses control of his car.
Heavy traffic for the top 5
Oh,
car.
entlang.
The double zero into the fence.
He catches the 20 of Christopher Bell.
Haben die alle immer noch V8-Motoren? Ja, ne? Ist nie wie hier.
I think that's the 81.
Wie in der Formel 1. Ah, wir fahren 1,2 Liter mit einem riesen Turbolader.
trying to push him to get him by that middle lane, and they just
Ich
when
glaube,
he hit him,
Formel
it
1
just
fahren doch jetzt
shot right
V6
up.
mit Turbo, oder? Das ist ja kein
Then it
V10
just
mehr.
all stacks up, and guess what?
V8
We all
mit
running a
Turbo.
line together trying to help each other, and something happens. Guess what happens?
ich find's
to all
jetzt
of you?
nicht
You
so
all
prickelnd.
get damaged.
Harvick's in the fence a little bit. I think he's going to be okay.
And there's Tyler Reddick. All of them in their first
die schubsen
500
sich ein
start
bisschen.
and moves on.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just wonder if the club was trying to get woed up, and I think Cody Ware had no idea he was coming to pit road.
And you're right, Jimmy Johnson did get collected in that.
The fire that we see there.
Honestly, we saw a fire during practice yesterday, and it was because of oil.
Oha.
Broken oil line that the headers ignited or something like that. Could be broken oil line or broken fuel line.
He's chasing the 22 down to try to get the side draft off him, and I don't think he knows that he's there.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg was in a hole there, and no fault of Ryan Sieg. That's just one of those racing incidents, and
He has to go 3 wide, 4 wide, and they just run out of real estate. Contact with the 41 up the
Bam,
track.
bam.
Catches Hemrick. Logano down there on the bottom of the racetrack as he went out of and throwing that debris, tire debris, up in the air. You can't see it because the trash compound's so dark. You can't really see where that stuff's at.
Da kam erstmal noch einer dahinter angeschwebt.
Where it ends.
Did you see how aware Crafton was of everything that was going on around him? As soon as he saw that go bad, to the apron he goes. And watch the job that David Gilliland does. Those trucks are crashing right in front of him.
he misses that.
Right in front of that blue truck with Valvoline on the hood. He's able to sneak through.
A little bit of damage there to that right front of David Gilliland. Crafton has barely
So krass ist es
missed.
nur auch nicht, oder? Aber es wird ja erst noch krass.
At the bottom of the track.
Hoffe ich zumindest.
That's Noah. Just like you called it, Steve.
He's going by him so fast, the air just disappears on the side of that 66.
Aber muss ich ehrlich dazu sagen, wenn du das mit einem normalen Auto machst,
He's just
will
getting
ich nicht
loose
wissen, wie
right
es das
here.
normale Auto
Support
zerpflückt.
team. Goes to his
Weil die Autos sind ja
outside.
extra verstärkt, ne?
It looked to me like Kyle Larson at
Ich
that
will nicht
point,
wissen, wie teuer
as
so
he
ein
went
Fahrzeug
in
ist.
the corner,
Boah.
Heavy impact.
Yeah, the three of Austin Dillon really.
How about Ghosteen coming around the outside? Contact indeed.
Oh, oh, jetzt das war eine Massenkarambolage, oder? Shit.
Right on the outside of Tower Reddick against the, what we already said coming into this whole race.
Ja,
Turns
schreibt ihr
3
noch
and
mit mir?
4 in the wind, and it's
Aber auch
just going
schönes
to
Pickel
pull.
hier, ne? Geil.
Just got loose. Yeah, just
Geil.
going to pull him right around.
Hier will mein Vogel raus.
Looks like Christopher Bell
Pickert
and
hier immer
a
mit dem
whole
Schnabel.
list of others. And we talked about this in the pre-race. You knew this was going to happen in this race. Kevin, turns 3 and 4, very difficult, windy conditions.
Everyone is taking every little gap that's there, and here comes a crash.
That turned hard. Got into the 86 to the 51 of Jeremy Clements. Timmy Hill in that as well.
Justin Allgaier. And that's a product of him getting caught in the first crash.
I mean, this racing has been outstanding
Angeschubst.
since we got the green flag with 6 to go. Man, he went nose first after
Ja, das ist halt, ne?
contact with
Wenn du das mal
Cole
siehst, so eine Onboard-Kamera,
Exactly what happened off of turn 2 over there. Final lap, his teammate Denny Hamlin just
wie
got
krass
loose
knapp
off
die
the
zusammenfahren, das ist schon echt heftig.
corner. Around he went.
Da passt ja wirklich kaum noch was
Into the
dazu.
inside retaining wall.
Die fahren da Stoßstange an Stoßstange da.
On MyHeritage, you can
Ah,
build
doch, war
your
aber
family
bescheiden.
tree
Okay, hat's mir
and
noch nicht
make
angezeigt.
amazing discoveries about your family history really easily.
Altlappe.
That's Mike Harmon coming out of there.
So here he is on that curb.
Oh. Overcorrected.
Yeah.
Ja, das jetzt wird's langsam.
Wow. Per mile and a half race.
You're right, Steve. That's a big impact for that 98.
Yeah.
You know, we
I'm
talked
all
about
in.
these composite bodies, how strong they are, but there's still the suspension when it hits those tires that hard. Look at that impact by Tyler. That's a huge shot.
Ja, wir nähern uns, wir nähern uns.
Oh, Reddick was out of control going up the racetrack. Big hit. Watch that again. There's a lot of things going on there at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Reddick had a flat tire
Yeah.
or just get out of line.
That force. And they get really close together in turn
22.
two. Just suck the 48 car right around.
Und was ist da so krass dran?
Yeah, the one
Gar nichts,
car,
er
Kurt
dreht
Busch,
sich.
he just had some issues and just got up the racetrack, and that allowed both of these guys to get underneath them. And you said it. I mean, when you get underneath somebody like that, it's easy to get the air taken off of your spoiler, and just around they went, 3
Fandet ihr das
wide.
jetzt krass?
Just normally doesn't work very well at Indy. It's just not a wide racetrack, enough groove.
Until that just happened right there. Now 3 wide, 2 rows back, 3 rows back. Oh, Boyer gets turned. Looked to me like he came up just a little bit too early on McDowell.
Ah, jetzt wird's bam, 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 bam. Jawohl, Jojo-Effekt.
William Byron's luck runs out.
You actually go for it, it's not.
Well, Sheldon Creed was going through the middle. He was going to try to get underneath Ross Chastain, and Ross realized that and started to turn down to try to block that move, and there just wasn't time, Michael, as we've been talking about.
Look at nice job by Natalie Decker. Check that out. She's going to maybe make just a little contact, but up on the racetrack, she was sideways and
Talked at the start of this broadcast about how difficult it is to keep control of your truck when you're down on the bottom. It just got loose. No air on that right rear fender because of the outside.
Watch this damage right here.
Traffic
Boah,
and then bam.
Alter.
Get that contact.
Aber voll eingehakt in den Rasen, ne? Aber da ist er extra
That was
so,
a block. I think
so
when he
tief.
got there, he didn't mean to get there. It's just a little bit of contact.
When Clint goes across the back bumper of that 3, it turned the 3 sideways. It
Yeah.
upset the back of that 3 car. And then at that moment, Austin's trying to just catch his car. He's steering the race car. Trying to steer the back of the race car. It starts driving like a forklift at that moment. And then he's down.
The 2 of Creed right there in the middle, and
It looked like George
ja,
Anderson had
wunderbar.
some
Ganz
sort
schöner
of an
Einschlag.
issue and slowed, it looked like.
Well, you
and then
know-
Creed ran in the back of him.
Das ist halt echt, in so einem Pulk hast du keine Chance. Mal laut, mal leise, wissen die, was los ist?
Fill those 32 spots to see
Oh, das lang.
winning tonight and for the second time.
Oh, Alter, das.
Wow. Of Jesse Owuji.
Das war ein ganz schöner Einschlag. Alter Vater, der hat gesessen.
Ricky came off the end of the front straightaway, and that hard shot into the barrier. Something let loose on the right front. Probably a tire going down there, right in front of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Aber guck mal, da lenkt gar nicht, ne? Irgendwas war bei ihm los. Er hat nicht mehr gelenkt. Er ist einfach gerade ausgefahren. Krass.
Boom, boom.
Und tschüss.
Four of them all together, right in the lookout. 22 almost went
Da hast du
over.
als derjenige, der an dem Auto sitzt, dem reingefahren wird, keine Chance, ne? Raus bist du trotzdem.
Years ago, I'm confident to say that car may have went airborne for sure.
Sure, yeah. Brad and
so with that
Blaney
kind of,
just sneaking by. That was big for Blaney.
Even though the 22 is back in the pits, opportunity to get tuned up.
That's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy gonna take
no, Jimmy!
Contact.
And around goes Bernard into the wall.
Ah, bam, bam, bam. Hier, Jojo-Effekt. Oh. Massenkarambolage.
Well, I just wondered, did that suck the back end of the car around on Menard?
I see right here that red, white, and blue number 1, second in line on the top. Gets basically the same situation we've seen. He catches the two of Tyler Reddick and stops his momentum. Christopher Bell's behind him. He doesn't know.
Kennt sich von euch irgendjemand mit Nascar-Regeln aus? Was ist denn nach so einem Unfall? Wird das Rennen da neu gestartet oder ist das Rennen komplett vorbei? Wenn halt so viele so im Unfall beteiligt sind.
Just wasn't quite clear of Natalie, and she was holding her line, and they clipped Boyd into that outside wall.
Can't really.
Really very similar to what we saw a little bit ago with Austin Cindric and Brandon Jones, right? Car on the outside, kind of takes the air off the car on the inside, and car on the inside.
Gilliland had nowhere to go either. He had someone on his back bumper, and boy, that's
Alter, das
man, that's a frightening feeling seeing that wall coming.
Was für ein Einschlag.
Believe me, I know I've hit a few of them.
Thank goodness for the safer barrier. Obviously, you see how much damage there is to that truck.
How about Alex Bowman in the 88? He gets a shove.
Und tschüss.
Right in front of the back. The 48 caught up, and then the 9 is caught up. The caution has come out. He got a big shove right into the front of the pack.
Next car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here.
Blaney, as they go around, the 37, almost upside down. So's the 96, Parker Kligerman. Here they come. They make contact. They're side by side. It's a photo finish at the line.
Eric Jones tries to feel the hole, and Brad, it's very tight right there. Brad coming down the 20, trying to get in that position, and it took all the air off the right side of that 20 car.
Oh.
Eric Jones getting
Habt ihr das Auto gesehen?
underneath the tube.
Alter.
Tries to make it 3 wide right there.
Das zeigen sie nicht nochmal, ne? Den Unfall hast du gar nicht gesehen. Du hast ja bloß gesehen, wie das Auto dann dort war. Oder ist es das? Nee. Oh, das schöne orangene Auto. Das schöne orangene Auto. Hätten die nicht ein grünes nehmen können?
95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Wow. The 17th of February looking way too much like the
Platz 3, jetzt muss ein übster Kracher kommen, oder?
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, and it really and truly, it was Paul Menard. He gave to Benedetto a little shove, but it was on the outside, on the right side.
Oh yeah,
and that just turned the Benedetto into the
Alter Falter.
Was on from there.
And a different situation than we saw in the clash between Menard and with Jimmy Johnson, but it was a similar thing when we heard the spotter on the 21, Menard say, well, he zigged and we zagged.
That Brad was pushing the crap out of me, and I loved it. Oh, that's Stenhouse, go figure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it stuck the landing. Russian judge docked me a little bit, and I didn't keep it straight. No, I mean, look,
Da hat er schon mal ein Saldo gemacht, seitwärts.
We ran a great strategy.
Guckt euch
Darren
das
Shaw,
an.
Ron Lewis, my spotter, everybody. It was
Bam.
awesome. I mean, 62 was in front for a split second.
Wie bei Rocket League.
Let's see. Legs together. I mean,
Der Fahrer ist Rocket League Spieler gewesen früher. So, das müsste der beste Crash sein. Jetzt bin ich ja gespannt.
Chase Elliott to the back straight. straightaway. Elliott brings them off turn number 2. Now they're spinning at the back of the pack. Kyle Larson, William Byron, David Reagan, Kareem in control. Up front, Bowman to the outside of Elliott for the lead in 3.
Here's Bowman with the race lead. To the top of the banking goes Eric Almirola. Chase Elliott working down to the inside as they work their way off turn 4.
Naja, Leute, aber so heftig war das jetzt auch nicht, oder? Also ich habe mir das schon etwas krasser vorgestellt. Die Sensationsgier des Menschen.